Up TV. I'll bring you update on current events going on in Upland. Now in Upland, I'm not Clicked Up TV, but my username is Mogul Matrix. Anybody want to check me out? Anyone want to check the history of my play out? It's open on the blockchain. So it looks like they're bringing back the Master Builder voting phase 4. It was on halt for a few days. I guess a couple of people that's submitting drafts on what they have built didn't have enough time to get submitted, or they didn't get the information about the process of submitting their property. So all the players at this point have submitted all their drafts in regards to the properties that they wish to get voted into Upland. Now, this is all on Upland. This is something you can research on your own. But, being an Upland user, something that I enjoy, I don't play it every day, but I have a big opinion about Upland, and I think it's great. You can buy, sell, trade property. Who wouldn't want to do something like that? You feel like a real estate agent. You can buy cheap and you can sell high. So I'm in it to pretty much also get into the NFT aspect. Everything is an NFT. The land you buy, the land you purchase, the land you sell, all is an NFT. Structuring property on your land is an NFT. So this is some of the things I will be going briefly, not in detail, but it's good to have some sort of history documented in case Upland decides to get rid of their events that they posted in the past. New players coming on, you can go onto YouTube. There's a vast of people broadcasting Upland and giving information on how to buy, sell, and trade property. How to get your MetaVentures on, your NFTs on, many passive ways you can get income from this game. So I'm just going over the aspect of the events that's taking place as we speak, as well as next week. So like I said, we have an update as of the 8th of April. Voting is back in session. Phase 4, Sunday, April 10th is the deadline at 11 p.m. Pacific time. Now you can view the models for each city below and place your votes for the favorite. That's what I want to dig into. I haven't seen any pictures or photos at all. I don't know how the process is. This is my first time actually trying to take place in the Master Builder voting scheme. And you see, we're on phase 4. So I missed phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So that's a good thing about Upland. If you want to take a break from buying, selling, trading, or things seems to be a bit quiet, this is a large community. You have Discord. I love Discord. You can go on different you can go in the communities, sub-communities. You can build your own community. And, you can start talking with people. You can, within that community, you could build a community in Upland. Say you purchase some property in a specific city, and others, you could go to that specific city in Discord and start a conversation. See what people is thinking, what their ideas is, how they're capitalizing. They can give you tips on how to play the game. Because just leaning on yourself is going to get bored. So you got to check the Discord. You got to check Reddit. You got to check YouTube. People is getting given very informative information in regards how to succeed in Upland. And this is one of the biggest metaverses on the blockchain. And it's just starting off. Currently, it's in beta mode. But each quarter, they give us something new. Each quarter, they give us something new that we can invest in. And, and hopefully one day we become thousandaires, millionaires. Or we can at least, make a profit. It's all about what you put in is what you get back. So sometimes you have to invest maybe $20 to $100, just to, see a profit in the future. And, we get about 14.3% annually on the property just by holding on to the property. So, the money that you spend will eventually pay for itself. So back into the building aspect of things. So it says you will need to recast your vote. I guess they had a casting system on the 5th, but everybody didn't get a chance to submit their drawing. So we're doing it again. And it says, don't forget that each vote will earn you 1 entry into a drawing for 3,000 UPIX. So UPIX, no matter how much it is more than what you had previously. So I respect they're doing something for the community of Upland and all the players, and distributing, a little change in our pocket, in our UPIX account. So here it says vote for Manhattan. We're going to check out the Manhattan property. It says please review the models below and cast a vote for your favorite submission via the form below. So already see some unique properties. Some look like they're in still design mode, but maybe I'm wrong. Just maybe the aspect of how the windows look. That's pretty neat. Instead of blacking out the windows, they're blue on 2 sides and gray on the other. So I'm quite sure. Okay, we got some balconies. Let's see if we can just zoom in a little bit more on this. See if we can widen the screen. So we got some outdoor, patio, I guess. You can just sit out there, have an outdoor conversation with friends, relatives. So as you see, you can see underneath, but that doesn't give you any aspect of what the inside is going to be like. It's all about what you place inside that will make Upland what it is. So you see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like a 7-floor complex with maybe a penthouse at the top, or a community facility where everybody can get together and just lounge around, have drinks, party, things in that nature. That design is by Deluxe High by Blue Pino. Okay, so the complex is called Deluxe High, and it's by Blue Pino. I hope I pronounced that right. Here you have Mavs Perch by C Mavs. See if we can zoom into this. It almost reminds me of Tribune Tower out here in the Bay Area in Oakland. Just by the design it has here. Just missing the clock at the top. But other than that, it looks like you have a apartment complex, various floors, and you can also start a business down below. So it's multi-purpose, which is unique, because anywhere you build, you want to be able to establish a business and make profit from your business. Then at the end of the day, go upstairs, have you a few drinks, look out on your patio, look at the world, look at them cars flying by. This is probably going to be real expensive if this is a place you can live here at the top. So right here, I'm just guessing the flooring. I say this is one whole floor right here above the business, above the shops. Oh, I like the fact it got a side door. We need more than one way in and one way out in case of emergencies. Oh, I like the back. So we got a little fire escapes, little patios and stuff right there. Not sure why it doesn't have it on the left side, but it definitely has it on the right side. Let's scroll back this way. So, people put a lot of time into the design. I definitely respect it. I definitely like what I see. I'm quite sure there's going to be further things that we can evaluate. They don't have a rooftop, but they definitely have 1, 2, 3 balconies here. Just open up your windows, smell the fresh air. So let's see what we have next. Just going to look at a few of these. Just want to be able to give an insight to the new players that's going to be joining Upland in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 or 5 years. It's the land is vast on Upland, so it's catered to real world land and property and scenery. So it's up to us, the new players, the existing players, to make Upland on what it can be. The devs, the developers are definitely giving us the tool to succeed. It's us to take those tools and create something. Look at this. This is amazing. Look at the structure. Look at the design. I'm not good with knowing designs, like deco, or I'm not sure on the design, but it's fabulous. Oh, now on the rooftop here, that's and it got this could be a helicopter launch pad. Ooh, if they bring helicopters into the metaverse, that'd be awesome. So instead of just going around in your car, in your meta car, in your hybrid car, whatever kind of car is going to be in the metaverse, you can be in your metacopter, and you can land right here on the launch pad, if that is a launch pad, or you can have a rooftop party. The options are endless. And look at the doors. I like the doors down there, down below, how you enter. Looks like you're walking into something very executive. So that's a pretty good design. Let's see who is this made out by, so we can give them the credits where the credit is due. So this is Gotham Central. All right, I can dig that. Gotham Central by Death Ender. All right, so we looked at it. Let's just scroll. Okay, I like the Atlas Center. Let's get a little close up. The colors are amazing. The colors are amazing. So we got the Atlas Center. Here, really look pretty huge. Just look at the width from front to back, from left to right. Just look, and this could be divided. It could be divided on the inside, where this is one side of living, and this is one side of living. Then you got the people who's just extraordinary rich, like somebody like Dizzy or somebody, living up here. You got Loyal Doyle living up here somewhere at the top. Got all that money. Wow, I can't even afford a place on the first floor yet. So we gonna scroll down. Maybe they got some cheap stuff I can afford. So right here, Master Builders, man, should I let y'all know who I'm voting for? Cast your votes. Cast your votes. Let's see. I don't know why I always say cast your votes. It's cast. Cast your votes. Cast your votes. Okay, this oh, they got Starlink at the top. That's a good thing. They got the Elon Musk Starlink. Let's see. It's plain, but it's durable. It's probably something I can afford. Shoot, I can't afford the Gotham, or this beautiful structure called the Atlas Center. I can't afford that. So what's this gonna be? This is pretty neat. This almost look like the inside of the house. No, matter of fact, this look like a dentist's office. Okay, look like you could play. I was about to say, look like you play tennis at the top. But this look like it could be on top of a hill somewhere where it just shouldn't be. You'd be like, oh, who lives there? Wow. But yeah, I think I see some. I like. To me, let me look at the Mafia. I like this too. The Lily Corp is like a bullet or a capsule. But look at the Mafia Den. Let me zoom up on the Mafia Den. Only zooming up on things that looks captivating. So, okay. Is that like some sort of boat structure at the top? Not sure what they're trying to get out of that, but it reminds me of, when you go on a cruise. Like the deck of the boat. This is cool. The structure and all. This is cool. A lot of people can live here. It's like 3 structures in one. The only thing that's confusing is that thing. Those some electrical beams shoot down and it beams you up. Beam me up, Scotty. Alright, so to me, let's see, Gotham, map. Let's see, map. Oh, I actually like map. Got that business down there. I want to be at home, relaxing, while my NFT shop or my rental car agency or whatever business I want to promote. Might have a little cleaning business. We need to clean these streets of Upland. Everybody building, but nobody's cleaning up their mess. So ideas are endless. Please use the email you used to log in Upland. Your vote may not be counted if you use a different email. Alright, so let's put my email in there. Okay, it's already there. Oh man, the Mafia Den. I wish you didn't have that at the top. It's just confusing my thinking. So it's out of, to me, it's out of the map and the Gotham. I love the Gotham. Man, I'm trying to make some money. Let's see. But we're also thinking about Manhattan. If we were in Manhattan, that wouldn't be a Manhattan. Gotham would be a Manhattan. But you only got it. Got the launch pad on it though. If they ever came out with a future helicopter, you wouldn't have to worry about restructuring or rebuilding. So like this too, Atlas. You know. So Atlas. I would have picked Gotham, but you don't have too many doors. You don't have too many entrances and exits. Just how many? Yeah, they got side entrances and exits plus this. And that's, I like this one too, though. But how many doors it have? Just in and out. Could these be some doors here? You know, I like places where there's more than one way to get out of the place. Can we like vote like in ranking? Like, oh, what's your first vote, second vote? So, you know, I like the one with the business. It just doesn't. 2022-ish and beyond. So let's go with Atlas. I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm sorry too. Just in case the builder's looking at me, don't come for me now. Don't come for me. I already told you I'm mobile matrix. They might try to, like, hold on. Atlas Center by Jiggle Player. What that's it? Oh yeah, Jiggle Player. Alright, so I cast my vote here. Voting confirmation. You're gonna submit that. Alright. So we got some more, I think some more cities we have to vote for. Let's see, is it here? Oh, vote for the Bronx. I think I'm just voting for one more city, and I'm gonna do the two other cities offline. I want these builders to be coming for me. Well, it's a good thing they actually have more buildings in each city and not just one. Oh wow, look at this. Very in depth. So I just want something that stick out. Something that sticks out to me. Let's see what this is. Medley Housing by Praveen. Let's see what's up with Praveen. So those hallways. How you enter, Praveen? Do you enter at the top? Oh man, you didn't finish building. Got possibly a good concept. Oh, I like this. This belongs in San Francisco. This looks like a nice Victorian. What's this? I don't really know. Oh, you can see it. Hold on, let me get inside. Oh my gosh. Oh, where did he put this on? Sketchpad. Click and hold to rotate. Man, Sketchpad. How do you take me here? This is where he sketches design. Okay, I'll go back to Upland. Okay, he's pretty fancy with it. He that fancy, he could have built something a little bit more high tech. This is like, you know, Victorian, house on the hill. You know, it's like, it's nice, but I don't think it's Upland nice. So, I don't think really, let's check out these two here. Anything else doesn't look too worthy. Okay, you could have some like roof parties up there. It's kind of dangerous. They're gonna have to put some barriers or something. You know, people get drunk and fall off. Alright. Like a plain Jane. I can see this in one of those plain, boring cities or something. What we voting on, Bronx? So I don't think the Bronx is boring. Nothing about New York is boring. So It's all right. Nothing really pops off at me when it comes to the Bronx. Let's see this. Actually, Bronx. Yeah, it looked like some new innovative Bronx type. They got the stoop. So it's like 3. 1, 2, 3. This is about 9 apartments or something. It's too small. Let's see if I can give some of these other guys a try. See, they should give a description. How many bedrooms? What's the purpose of this place? This is too narrow. It's too narrow. I don't really have no one I really want to vote for on this one, to be honest. Yep. But that's it, people. That's it for the voting. Like I said, I'm going to do the rest of the votes when I'm offline. Went to the Bronx. I didn't really see nothing promising for the Bronx. So let's go back to the next event. So yes, people, this is what we all been waiting for. If I had a drum, I'd give you a drum roll. Spark Week is coming up. When? Monday. Right now, we got a few more days to the countdown. It's time to spark up, spark sale. This is something that doesn't come every day. So when it comes, just don't fly by it, because you're going to, how I build houses, how I do this, how I do that, how I buy a car, how I fuel up my, how I purchase a ticket to race my car. Everything in regards to that is going to be on Spark. Upix can only go so far, but Spark is going to be the bread and butter of this game. So whenever they have a sale, I suggest you get all the change, all the extra money you have saved, and start buying up Spark. One thing about Spark, you just don't have to utilize it. You can make passive income by renting Spark out. You can rent Spark out to other players for other projects. You can actually become part of a project and add Spark to building a terminal, a stadium, or something personal like someone else's business or home. Spark is going to have a whole variety of usage down the line in the future. So why not collect Spark as much as we can, even if we have to save it to the side. Maybe you don't know what Spark is, get it anyway. If you're going to be a loyal player of Upland and you see this as being something that you consider playing in the long run, because it's going to get better. Right now it's in beta. We haven't even seen any 3D virtual reality type of aspect going on yet, but when it is, you could be able to start actually your real business, incorporate your real business inside a metaverse. You might have a house. You might have some friends that you're trying to get together, but you might have a friend here in New York. You might have a friend in Bakersfield. You might have a friend in LA. You might have a friend in the Bay Area, but you need to get together and converse and consult and bring your idea to the forefront and regarding people that's interested in your idea. And you can't be everywhere at one time. But with the metaverse, everybody can log in. You can have people join in on your referral code. They can make a profit. But in regards to setting up a business, come to my business, specific time. I'm going to send everybody out an email that I know. We're going to have a meeting here at this property on this specific street at this specific time. And we're going to talk about the ins and outs of what I'm trying to formulate in this metaverse of Upland. And I need all the participants, everyone to listen in, do stuff like that. You can do forums. You can tell a person it costs 5 Upix to join this meeting to get informative information. You can shuttle people from one place to another for this meeting. They might only have a block explorer and might not have a car. You can start an Uber system. Okay, I'll have my driver come pick you up. You paying the driver, a little bit of fee to go pick up somebody that's going to pay you even more of a fee. everybody win, everybody make profit. But there's going to be ideas you have in the real world which you can implement here on the metaverse world, and it's going to collide and make things a whole lot easier. It's going to cut down on real world traveling. It's going to cut down on real world expenses, when it comes to coming together, putting a team together, and talking in unison without having to do a Zoom meeting here, a Zoom meeting there. So it all depends on people, educating, making themselves aware about this whole metaverse, about the whole blockchain, about the whole NFT. And that's my purpose of documenting this. Although it's something I like, I can see it as being a profitable game in the future when it comes to, real life business aspect of things. So all new players, don't get bored, don't give up. My first couple of days, I'm buying up everything. I'm trying to buy the cheapest property, trying to sell property. I didn't sell property till maybe like a month later. I didn't know if I was going to sell property, but when I did, you get excited. So, and that's one thing you need Spark, because if you're purchasing property, you're going to need to build structure on your property. So get ready to earn Spark starting Monday, April 11th at 9 a.m. Spark Week will officially begin, featuring Status Up Spark Rewards. And Status Up Spark Rewards, I read that earlier, I think yesterday. When you go from, say, an Uplander to Pro, you get a certain amount of Spark. I'll break it down for you guys here. You'll read along here if you want to. So a Spark sale in the Upland Store and a boosted Spark Treasure tier. This Spark Week will conclude on Monday, April 18th at 9 a.m. So they're pretty much giving you a whole week to sign up, register, so you can get in line to buy Spark. They're going to be randomly choosing groups of people to buy Spark. We all don't want to rush and be in a line making purchases at the same time, or it might shut down the system. You never know. So starting Monday, April 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's Spark Week, and it will be ending when? Monday, April 18th at 9 a.m. So you want to look to learn about more Spark, you can click there. You go to Upland, give that information for you guys to read. But here's it is. So the Status Up Spark Rewards. Spark Rewards for leveling up your Upland status will be enabled starting Monday. When? April 11th. What time? 9 a.m. What coast? Pacific, West Coast. Alright, this means that players who level up will be entitled to an amount of Spark depending on their current and new levels. So this means you want to level up, it's time to start really surveying the land. Start buying land that really means something. So far as collections, landmarks, collections is going to be a big thing, because why not have collections? It'll boost your level, and it'll boost the amount of money you collect, every day or annually. So that means get three properties in a specific location. If it's in a specific collections, just like Monopoly, you get an extra boost in income. And it looks like now you get an extra boost in Spark whenever you level up. So the more you progress in the game, the more you level up, period. The more you buy, the more you sell, you will level up. So starting out, all beginners, you start off as a visitor. You start off with a little plain block explorer, maybe about $6,000 in your 6,000 UPX in your pocket, and you start up as a visitor. You work your way to an Uplander, it looks like you get 0.06 Spark. Don't be discouraged, because all Spark is good Spark, no matter how low. And you can also rent out Spark and make it even more UPX. And UPX, you can buy land with UPX. So now when you turn from Uplander to Pro, you get about 0.12 Spark, and Pro to Director 0.6 Spark, and Director to Executive 1.2 Spark, and Executive to Chief Executive is 2.4 Sparks. So it has a note here. Players who level up over multiple tiers will receive the accumulated reward for each previous tier. Status Up Spark Rewards will be active starting Monday, April 11th at 9 a.m. and will end on Monday, April 18th at 9 a.m. Now, changes to Spark distribution. Listen up. To ensure proper distribution, to ensure proper distribution of rewards and to limit fraudulent activity, the Upland team will be reviewing all instances of players who leveled up at the conclusion of Spark Week. Once the review has been completed, players will be notified by email and awarded their earned Spark accordingly. This means that Spark will no longer be automatically rewarding upon leveling up and will only be dropped at the end of the status up Spark reward period. So, now changes to Alcatraz. Now, when it comes to Alcatraz, I don't even want no conversations. I don't even want Alcatraz in my sentence when I'm talking. Because Alcatraz, just as well as real life, just as well as the Metaverse, ain't a good place to be. You know, right now it might be a tourist attraction, but we all know what Alcatraz used to be. And I don't care if it's a tourist attraction or not, you ain't gonna see me on that island. So, changes to Alcatraz. Upland strives to create a metaverse for all players to enjoy. Our expectations are outlined in our player conduct guide. And if you haven't seen the player conduct guide, go ahead and take a look at it. And as a reminder, those found to have engaged in fraudulent activity will be sent to Alcatraz, which is near San Francisco, for further review. Now, what's fraudulent activity, you might say? Okay, well, let's read on. Maybe they tell us. Additionally, we'll be updating some of the restrictions for players on Alcatraz. From now on, players in Alcatraz can no longer mint, buy, or sell properties, earn or stake Spark, or start construction. Oh man, so ain't no more investing or making a profit while you in jail. No. And I've seen that many times. I see people playing online and they say, oh, this person in jail, let me see if I can still buy their property. Oh, property sold on a blockchain. No more of that. Nah. We gotta, you do bad, you shouldn't be out here selling profit while, selling homes, making a profit in jail. But to each his own. That's the rules of Upland. That's the rules you have to abide by. So, once again, Spark sale, when? Monday, April 11, 8 a.m. Registration will open for an opportunity to purchase Spark on Tuesday. So, registration will open for an opportunity to purchase Spark on Tuesday. So, it starts Monday, but the registration opens on Tuesday, April 12th. Players who register will be selected in batches to purchase varying tiers of Spark. So look at the tiers. So get your money right. So the lowest price, the lowest denomination of money you can spend is $30 up to $460. $30 gets you 0.05 of a fraction of Spark, and you got $55, which gets you about 0.10 of a Spark, which is about the quantity of 1,000. And 0.25 Sparks is about $130. So the list goes on. Spark is very valuable in this community, and save as much as you can. Read some of the Discord, some of the community messages. They'll let you know how to spend your Spark wisely, how to invest in your Spark, how to lend out your Spark, and how to add Spark to somebody else's project. So, boost the Spark treasures. On Thursday, April 14th, the Spark Up treasure tier will go live. This special treasure tier will remain active through next weekend and will conclude on Sunday, April 17th. So, they got boosted Spark treasures. Now, treasures, I really don't try to play. I don't want to lose a lot of sins playing a game that I can barely win. There's a lot of moguls out there, and they have bought so much property in various cities. It's easy for them to hop from one property to another. But if you're in the big city and you only have 2 properties up north and none down south, or none on the west or none on the east of that city, it's going to be hard to move around without paying to be on somebody else's property to check for treasures. It's going to be hard, keeping your sins stacked up when you got to use sins to travel if you don't have enough of your own property to hop from point A to point B. So treasures, I try to play when I can. I played in the beginning and I actually won, but like every other person in this community told me they'll let you win that first one just to bait you in and make you keep playing. But I just didn't think it was a profitable move. Now, if I get to a city where the city is small, I got a lot of property spaced out, I don't mind paying maybe 10 up to no more than 20 upics to land on somebody's property. Yeah, I'll indulge. I'll play, the treasure hunt game. But as of right now, no, I'm cool. So it's April, you guys. April is like they have Easter. What you do on Easter? Easter egg hunt. So in the month of April, they doing the boosted Spark treasure hunt. So treasures and rewards. There will be a total of 4 different treasure chests available for a limited time only. So don't miss out on your chance to discover them. Each chest has corresponding rewards assigned to them depending on their tier of the city that the players is hunting in. So you can see the tier. I'll keep it there. I'm not going to read over too much, but you can just look at it. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Now, due to the release of updated treasure tiers, the amount of spark for each chest and tier has been updated. There are currently no Tier 3 treasure hunting cities in Upland. So if there's no Tier 3, I take it there's no Tier 4 or Tier 5, only 1s and 2s. So, reward distribution. Expect to see Spark deposited into your account a day or two after the competitive tier has concluded. Once the Sparked Up tier comes to an end, they will contact you for the results and distribute Spark rewards accordingly to all players who discovered one of those treasures above. Winners will receive an email notifying them that their rewards are available. Now get ready to hunt and participate in Spark Week. So, the events are warming up for the month of April. It's time to indulge. And last but not least, they opened up another borough in New York. Which borough? Queens. Queens is here. Build your empire, state of mind. So Queens is here, you guys. I didn't think they were going to add any more cities anytime soon. But since New York is up and running, it's only seemed right to open up all the boroughs in New York. And Queens is one of them that hasn't been opened. You got Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the list goes on. And Upland is excited to announce its next expansion on the East Coast, which is Queens. Now, and as a reminder, their strategy for city releases generally revolves around 2 major components. What? 2 major components, you guys. The health and sustainability of the economy, as well as incoming partnership and activations. So they must have something up their sleeve if they're opening up cities. And we already have so many cities that's opened up, so much property, so much FSAs that hasn't been bought yet, so many new players that hasn't joined Upland. It seemed like they should put a halt on opening cities, but only they know the outcome. They, like I said, they might have some tricks up their sleeves. They have, some big corporations getting ready to invest. They already got the legit thing going. So who else next? So, like they say, the health and sustainability of the economy, as well as incoming partnerships and activations. So I like that partnerships and activations. Something new and exciting is coming to Upland, and as of right now, nobody knows. So while Detroit has successfully created an affordable inventory for new players, we have some work to do on the sustainability side, mostly with regard to secondary market pressure in the Manhattan hub. Hence, the launch of the final piece to the New York City puzzle, Queens, which should help alleviate pressure in the Manhattan hub. So Manhattan, I'm quite sure the floor price is pretty high. They just trying to relieve some of that tension, some of that stress. Got a lot of new players coming in who wants to invest in the city of New York, who wants to invest in certain cities around, certain boroughs around New York. But they can't do it because the floor price is so high. So just like they did with Detroit to alleviate some of the tension off Los Angeles, they opened up Detroit, which was a good gimmick for all the new players. Detroit is still cheap. You go out there and find some nice property, and it's up to you to, Detroit, it might not be the most expensive land out there compared to like LA or San Francisco, but it's what you make it. If you can find you a community of friends, you could get together and form a group and form an idea and just buy up a block and create some sort of structure on that block, like they say, a node, It don't have to be a specific place. Create something that have the people coming to you. Think about outside the box. There's a variety of businesses that you can incorporate from the real world to the fake world, and quite sure there's going to be new businesses, because with any new innovation, there's new things that hasn't even been thought about, that hasn't been brought up yet. And hopefully, Upland, they'll take some of our ideas. If we have any good suggestions, they can feed off the players and off the people that's giving informative information to the players. Because I want this to be new and exciting to everyone that's getting ready to join. And I want this to be new and exciting for anyone that has a second thought of joining this. It's well worth it. Even if you buy property and you don't play the app for a whole month, you'll come back and you'll be sitting on a nice chunk of change. So it's all about what you make it. Just invest your time in doing your research, and if this for you, come on and enjoy. But before you join, go ahead and hit that referral link. I'll try to leave my referral link. And if you like more content in regards to Upland Metaverse, let me know. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and I'll continue to drop more exclusive content as I receive information about what's new and what's relevant in the land of Upland. So recapping, Detroit release had a very, did I finish reading about Manhattan? So yeah, we're pretty much done with Manhattan, but let's read about recapping Detroit. See if they're giving any hints. Detroit release had a very clear goal of creating affordable opportunities for new players to become a part of the Upland ecosystem. Prior to the release of Detroit, FSA's inventory was scarce, and properties below 5,000 UPX even more so. Yeah, you couldn't find nothing around 5,000, not even 10,000. Now with the Detroit market up and running, there is still plenty of inventory readily available for new players. With 100K FSA properties below the 5,000 UPX mark, this should provide a sufficient starting environment for new players. For the foreseeable future, of course, we will continue to monitor property available and are preparing for the future starter cities when market demand is sufficient. And like I said, Detroit is not one of those cities where the economy is really boosting. Maybe before the plants, the car plants and different manufacturers, went down under and moved out of state. They had good money flowing through there. But now, it's about what you make Upland. Of course, they look at the value of each city based upon real life events, real life value. So, and Detroit is not one of those cities. So that's why I say it's all about what you make it. It's all about you buying as much property as you can. I'm talking to the new players. Buy as much property as you can. Make Detroit, what San Francisco is. Make Detroit what Memphis is. It's all about getting together in these communities and forming some sort of relation and building friendship with people that has an idea of turning Detroit into, maybe a place where we can go out for fun and entertainment at a low budget cost. We can go out and play at the arcade at a low budget cost. Detroit, since that's the land of the automobile, maybe they might bring a drag strip there or something. If you purchase the right land in the right area, that's going to bring the market value of the surrounding area up. So, buy cheap. I say Detroit, it's not about really selling the property. You want to hold on to the property because, everybody's going to go for the cheap property and hold on. And as long as you hold on, it'll bring value, compared to just buying and selling, which is good. You're making a quick profit, but just look at it from a long perspective, you guys. So, preparing for Queens, as we discussed in the previous city announcement, Detroit was unlikely to have an effect on secondary market markups on the East Coast. After roughly a month later, the data reveals that this assumption was accurate and there is still work to be done to mitigate secondary market pressure in the sold-out Manhattan hub. Market data shows that the markups in Brooklyn and Manhattan remain largely unchanged and are still trending slightly upwards. In order to ensure this trend is not artificially created by the lack of naturally supply in New York City, the step is to inject the last borough, which is Queens. So this is a test. This is a test, to seeing how the profitability of New York, well, not the profitability, but the sustainability, which they say. This means that the entirety of New York across all 5 boroughs will finally be available. Expansion in the Manhattan hub beyond are still possibly pending suitable economic conditions. Now on to the details. Queens is currently planned to release on Wednesday, April 13th. It's always a day that I'm not available to play. Wednesdays and Thursdays be hard. I wish they had it on Mondays and Tuesdays, but they already got some Mondays and Tuesdays, which is Spark. So month of April is heating up. The event calendar is filled up to the brim. So, the summer is looking nice. The summer is looking profitable. So they got a whole lot of things going on in the Metaventures, a whole lot of beta shops. So just be glad when they open up everything. Well, I wouldn't be glad because I really want to do my education on the NFTs. I've been researching on Atomic Hub how to make the NFTs, how to transfer it over to, places like Upland, any metaverse on a blockchain. So here it gives a list. Like I said, Queens is currently planning to release on Wednesday, and roughly 20% of the properties Queens will be reserved under Fair Start Act. As this is for new players, you guys, the Fair Start Act. Any properties labeled that you're a new player coming in, I suggest find some good property and hold on to it. Because people like me, I want the best property at a less rate. I don't want to pay through the roof. As with most recent city releases, Queens will be released in vanilla mode, and collections will be revealed 1 week after the release. The release of Queens will be preceded by a stress test on Tuesday, April 12th at 8 a.m. We already stressed. We got Spark Week, we were voting on property, and now y'all getting ready to open up Queens. So, we'll see. So, they got the sin fees if you're traveling from each individual city, stuff like that. So, fun facts about Queens, y'all can read that on your own. So, yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up. Doing real good out there. Well, I hope you guys are doing real good out there. What I just realized, I just got to dig deep and just start buying a few more collections so I can up my profitability, monthly, annually. So the more property you buy, the more successful. You could decide you want to hold on to it or you can sell it. But whatever you guys do, have fun at it. So I'm just trying to log in here, see. That's one thing I like about Upland. There's so many authentications second. You just can't just log on. You can't just leave your phone somewhere in public and think somebody's just gonna log into your Upland account. No, they got a lot of barriers of protection. So right now you see I'm in LA. People selling their property for dollars right now. Not even upwards. Look, $5, $6. So that's pretty cheap though. But it's just so much property in the land of Upland, West Coast, East Coast, up north, down south. We just need a more influx of new players. I preach new players. Sign on. It's definitely worth it. This is going to be one of the biggest metaverse games on a blockchain there is. There's so much invested in it. So it's big corporations invested in it. You can buy your own property. You can buy your own land. Like I said, you might own a small coffee shop in Memphis. You can buy that same coffee shop and promote both ways. Promote through the metaverse and promote through the universe. I swear, this is going to be endless opportunities. Anything you can put in your mind, you can do. Casinos, arcades, rental car agencies, giving paying for informative information, tutoring, tutorials, how to do this, how to do that. You know, this is going to be all businesses you can create. And, you know, you can have, you know, utilities, sell merch. It's endless. So I suggest you guys do your research on this, and you soon will enjoy it like me. But don't burn yourself out. You don't have to play every day. You know, Upland is adding newer things, better things, and you know they have some good developers that's behind this engine. That's, you know, that's going to keep the ball rolling. So you guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Clicked Up TV. Want to send a shout out on Upland, on Mogul Matrix, MOGULMATRIX. Thanks for tuning in to Clicked Up TV. I appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.